10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, that's me. You may be wondering how this second season older rider came to be taking selfies in a parking lot. Stick around and I'll tell you on this episode of
Upside Down, Beautiful.
Hey, I'm Upside and welcome to my channel. As I was puttering around in my neighborhood on an amazing fall day, I started thinking about the things I've learned in the past 2 seasons as a new rider. Things that weren't necessarily intuitive for me, yet so simple and incredibly helpful. And I learned them because 3 people took the time to say, hey, have you thought of doing this? In hopes of paying it forward, I decided to pull up into a large parking lot and demonstrate my learnings. And that tree in the background, well, it was just too spectacular to pass up. So here are my top 3 tips for new riders. Here we go. Tip number 1 comes from my brother. I clean and oil my chain on my own. Well, that's kind of a lie. I usually just visit my brother and it magically gets done. But the few times I have oiled my chain, I do it on my own. I push the bike, lean it onto its stand, oil the section, rinse and repeat until the whole chain is oiled. My issue is I don't always know when I'm finished. So my brother suggested I buy some chalk and mark my starting point on the chain. Tip number 2 comes courtesy of Francesco, employee of Durham Harley-Davidson. I was at a motorcycle show and looking at a used Triumph they had on display and was having difficulty riding the bike. The bike was tall and top-heavy, and I am relatively small. I couldn't get the bike up and center off the stand, and he said, "Can I give you a little tip?" And of course I said, "Please." I was trying to lift the bike with the handlebars turned to the left. He suggested that if I turned the handlebars all the way to the right, it would be a lot easier. And he was correct. It was easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The third tip was given to me by my friend Kim. We were exploring Grey Bruce counties, and I was occasionally having difficulty shifting into first gear from neutral when we were at a standstill. I was getting frustrated. She said, "You may know this already." Spoiler alert, I didn't know this already. But sometimes the gears may not be lined up to engage. If you simply rock the bike back and forth or push it forward a little bit, it might pop into first easier. And she was right. So there you have it, folks. 3 quick tips in 3 minutes for new riders. If you weren't aware of these tips yet, I hope they make your life easier like they did mine. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow my journey, please consider subscribing to my channel. But more importantly, remember that life is beautiful, even when it's upside down. Share the love. Drop your favorite riding tip below.